good to see you again. Let me know if you see a picture, if you can hear me okay. If you're watching me on YouTube, just please just place a comment in the chat. Uh, that is YT. If you're watching me on Facebook, just let me know. Just comment. FB. Work on the same piece what I was working previously, and that is a Venetian style Venus, okay, Italy, end of 15th century, beginning of 16th century, and this piece is unique, particularly that piece that I'm working right now. It's just one of the parts, which is on both sides right now, just on this section, and that's going to be exactly the same right here, but you don't see that on a camera. All right. So Marcia, good afternoon. Can you see me? Can you hear me? Okay, just let me know, please, okay? Because I have absolutely no ability to check right now. Looks like some of you connected. Ellie, good to see you. Or Eli, good to see you. Marcia, good afternoon. Let me know where you're from and where you're from watching and so on. All right, let me just work a little bit. So I do have a little challenges. I have to kind of, figure out how I'm gonna attack. Not really big challenge, but whenever I see a dark wood, especially on a lime wood, that means it's a water mark. It's a damaged wood. It's already just at the point when it started to rot. All right. Marcia is saying there's a sound problem. My apologies. Let me check. Is that too loud? What you're saying? Let me see. Is that better now? Can you tell me? Is the sound better right now? I'll wait until you just reply. But anyway, so that area, when you see a dark spot on the lime wood, that means it's already, a lot softer wood, and you really have to be careful what tools you're using, or in this case, I have to be careful what tools I'm using, right? Bill, thank you very much. Let me know if sound is better. Let me know. And what kind of interference are we talking about? Hold on just a second. Oh, I know what it is. Is that better now? Is that better? I am. Let me see. Okay. Can you hear me now? No, I don't know what is going on. Let me check different microphone. Let me check maybe this. Can you hear me better? Hello? Let me try. Okay, so it sounds better now, right? Okay, good. Okay, thank you very much, guys. I really appreciate it. I do apologize for inconvenience. Is picture okay? Yesterday, when I had the live stream, I had a problem with some lagging. I tried to figure out until really late night yesterday, so like till midnight, tried to figure out what is going on. I do have a latest computer, and I have really good memory. I mean, it's a top notch, but for some reason it did not process properly, and I just tried to figure this out, what is going on, and I found it. And what I found, it is actually not really good. Okay, I'm using Apple. I'm using Apple computers. I mean, Macintosh. In this case, it would be just a MacBook Pro. But what I don't like about those, I love Macintosh or Apple computers, but what I don't like when they update, and they constantly update, they don't really give a notice to other developers, and those other developers, they have to catch up. And I do have different programs running, and after the latest update, I had a problem with computers, so I had to actually clean everything yesterday and just redo. Uh, but it is what it is. What can you say? Okay, what can you say? Bill is saying he's trying to say that in Russian. Хорошо, Bill. Good. So you know Russian, but we don't use that type of alphabet. Try to write that in Cyrillic. All right. So, but anyway, what I working on right now, I am trying to clean everything, and later on, I'm gonna carve details on inside, which I'm not gonna show that on a live stream. All right. So I'm not gonna show that on the live stream. Reason why, because there's a lot of people on my school site, and they paying every month, and that would not be fair for them to show the process openly and for free. So I have to be fair. But anyway, at least you can get an idea what I'm working on. The central part or center of that design is already done. And if you follow me on Instagram or Facebook, you should be able to actually uh, see that. Okay, so you should be able to see that on Instagram and the Facebook. And by the way, if you're not following me yet, so it's actually easy. It's the same on Instagram and Facebook. It's a woodcarver Grabovetskiy. Okay, please feel free to follow me. And I'm actually placing update. And there's a latest picture actually of this project, the center, what I showed you previously in some of the live streams. And that's pretty much done. And it is looking okay. I think it looks good. Um, and if you're watching me on Facebook, I highly encourage you to go to YouTube, all right? Because I'm streaming on YouTube in a much higher definition in 1080p, 60 frames per second, and that would be probably a good idea for you to go right there, okay? And that's a YouTube / Grabovetskiy, just my last name, all right? Yes, hello, Chadwick. That is good. I'm happy also, but I had to catch up. I had to travel actually a few places. I had to teach. I was teaching. I'm pretty much just came back a few weeks ago, a couple weeks ago, from Mark Adams School of Woodworking in Indianapolis. I was teaching two classes right there, and just because I had to travel, I fell up, just kind of behind, and I need to catch up. I really need to catch up. Mark, good to see you. Wonderful to see you again. Long time no see. So, by the way, Mark was a part of my school in Indianapolis, and he's actually not just a part of my school in Indianapolis, my class in Indianapolis, but he actually not missing any of them. 5 years ago, when I had the first class in Indianapolis, he couldn't get to a class because it was sold out really quickly, and he had to wait another year to get. But since then, he's actually didn't miss any of them, and he signs up for all of the classes, and I really do appreciate that, Mark. Really do appreciate that a lot. By the way, I had a little story to tell you about the last time I was in Indianapolis, how I got there. I mean, I understand politics, and I'm not, trying to to be involved in politics and so on, and what is going on. It's really sad what is going on right now in the United States. But I had to go to school. I had to go to school from Florida, where I live, and I got in traffic. All right on the way to airport. I've got to traffic on the way to airport, and I came to the airport just about 45 minutes, exactly actually 45 minutes before my flight. And I tried to check in my luggage, my bag, and they did not accept that. Okay, they said there's a policy 45 minutes, and I looked at my phone, and that was exactly 45 minutes. All right, it was exactly 45 minutes, just a few seconds past 45 minutes. And the lady, she wasn't too nice to me. She said, policy is a policy. She did not accept my back. And I said, it's just a few seconds. Come on. I mean, just get my back. I have to teach school. I have to teach my class. People waiting on me. And she said, no. I mean, she did not. And I had to buy another ticket. But the problem was that we didn't have any flights that day in Indianapolis, all right? And the closest city was Cincinnati, Ohio. And I had to buy another ticket just because that lady didn't accept my, you know, luggage. I don't know. It's just one of those days. And I didn't know what to do. But anyway, so I knew I can't miss. I had two classes to teach, and they were all sold out. So people expected me to be there. And I called Mark, same Mark that I'm just said hello. He's right now, right here in the live stream, in a chat, and he lives in Cincinnati. And I asked him if he would just, give me a ride to Indianapolis. And he even didn't ask me a question. He said, absolutely, absolutely. And for him, first of all, yes, he lives in Cincinnati, but Cincinnati is a big city, and there's a traffic. So you really have to get first to airport. You really have to get to the airport and then wait on me, just wherever I get my bag, and then drive all the way to Indianapolis, which is about an hour and a half from airport. I guess it's about half an hour or so from his house to airport. Then he had to drive me to Indianapolis, an hour and a half. It's already 2 hours. Uh, he he took me to Indianapolis to the school, but it's not the end yet. When I came to the school, it was already late and the school was closed, and I couldn't find anybody. And I tried to call. Mark Adams, owner of the school. I tried to call his wife. I tried to figure out how to get to the school and so on, and no luck. And Mark was waiting on me. Actually, he was waiting on me until I figure out. But anyway, I knew I'm gonna stay in a house in one of the houses school has, uh, but I could walk right there. But Mark was nice again, and he took me to the house. It's not that far. It's about maybe a mile away or so. On a car, just it takes about like a couple minutes, 3 minutes, 5 minutes. I don't know. Maybe it's a mile and a half or something like this. But it's really close. But to walk, it would take me about half an hour, which is okay, I guess. But I had full bag of the tools, and it's a super heavy, and plus all another bag with my clothing and stuff like this. And he took me there. So, which means for Mark, it's already not only taking me, going to the airport, picking me up, and going to again, going to in Indianapolis, and then he had to wait, and then he left and drove back home again an hour and a half. Pretty much, he lost all day. Okay, he lost all day, but he never complained. He never complained, and I really, Mark, if you watching me yet, if you did not walk away from the screen, I wanna personal thank you again. That means so much. Well, first of all, just because you're part of my online school, I really appreciate that. Second, that you're part of every class. I mean, this year, so you were in 4 classes with me, and that's not cheap, but you're still there because I guess you like the way we do the classes and so on. And next year, you're gonna go to state of Maine. We're gonna go and also have a class, and also in Mark Adams a few classes. And I really do appreciate that, what you've done for me. Okay, thank you very much, Mark. Okay, let me get back to work. Hello from Poland. Yes, hello, hello. Dobry dzień. Mark is a hero. Oh, absolutely. Marcia, he is. And it's not like he had to do that. He didn't have to do it in all, uh, but he gladly did, and he didn't charge me even for that. Okay, when I asked him how much it's gonna cost me, how much I owe him, he said, "Oh please, oh please." So he was really really nice, but that was a really uh, interesting moment for me. Really interesting. So what a day! That's what I had. Like all of us, sometimes we do have a days like that. But let me carve right now. So what I'm doing, it's just like a panel, and inside of the panel there's going to be some carved detail and a textured background. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna have, and that's running all the way underneath of that lining fold and goes all the way this way. uh, Goes all the way this way. Добрый день. And if you would let me know what would you like to hear from me in the live streams, please don't expect me to talk what I'm talking only on a school site, because like I said, it would be really unfair to the people of my school. And I have some students in my school, they like from day one, pretty much from day one, members of my school, and I shouldn't even call students of my school. It's actually like members. It's uh, I call it a virtual apprenticeship. It's not even a school in a sense what people used to. It's a virtual apprenticeship. I'm actually carving the real projects, and you can watch the whole process pretty much in real life. I've got over 2,000 videos on my school site, which is not going to be on any of YouTube or Facebook. John, good to see you. John, you from Indiana, from Lake Wawasee. I used to live for 9 years in Indiana, in Goshen, just about an hour from you. In Goshen, Indiana, for 9 years. I had a business right there. I still have relatives right there. My father-in-law still lives in Goshen, Indiana. Beautiful, beautiful place. Well, in a sense, okay, beautiful place in a sense, because it's plain. It's a really boring state. Nothing to see. Lots of farmland, lots of corn, and not too much to see. But people is just amazing. That's what I like about Indiana. People just really amazing. It's like actually interesting how different people, even in states, state to state. For example, I live in South Florida, and it feels more like New York, I would say, how people treat each other. So what I mean by that, people don't say hello to each other, just ignore when you walk in a store. It seemed like when I used to live in Russia, the same thing. I mean, people just don't smile to each other. If you don't know me, why would you smile at me? It's same sense. In Florida, it's about the same, but in Indiana, in Michigan, Illinois, people don't know you. You walk in the store and they smile at you. And I was every time when I travel up north. For me, it's up north, of course, from Florida. When I walk to store, even this time when I was teaching in Indianapolis, I was buying some groceries in a store in Meyer. There's a local store in Michigan, Indiana, and Illinois. Uh, it's founded in the Grand Rapids, Michigan, but it's a local store, Myers. And I walked inside of the store, and people, even at the checkout, you know, those people were smiling and they were so nice to me. And I already forgot how it feels when people treats you really nice. And I thought maybe I'm special or something. But then I just remembered when I used to live in Indiana, everybody's like that. Of course, I mean, there's some exceptions. I mean, don't get me wrong. When I'm saying everybody's, doesn't really mean everybody's. Oh, John. So Goshen today. You've been in Goshen in today. So here you go. Hello, hello, Majid. Majid Bahrami. Good to see you again. Good to see you again. And I hope you got my email today. I emailed today pretty much not ahead of a time, but right away when I was going live. And I decided to go live a little later because I had some people from Australia and New Zealand, students of my or members of my school, and they never, I mean, just because I was a little too early, they could not watch me. I think right now it's about uh, like 5-6 o'clock in the morning in some of the areas in New Zealand and Australia, and some of them actually able to connect. I also, yes, I mean, for example, one of the guys on my school site, one of the members, he's from Australia, and he's like, I don't know how many. I mean, all I've got my school about 3.5 years right now, and he is a member of my school, for those 3.5 years, I think, if I'm not mistaken. But like I said, it's over 2,000 videos, people, over 2,000 videos. Uh, in more, more, just. Oh, by the way, please help me. I tried to Google it. See, I am not like a live streamer in a sense, and I'm getting that comment all the time. Just wash hands. And I have no idea what that means. Help me, please. I know there's some commands some gamers using and so on, or maybe some slang on live streams. But I'm still, I still think in Russian language. Okay, I still have my accent, and some of the stuff I don't get it. What does it mean, wash hands? Okay, I wanna, I wanna understand. I wanna understand. What does it mean? Oh, Wanda, it's 10:20 in New Zealand. Thank you so much for doing later. No problem, Wanda. Thank you for connecting. But I tried. I mean, you little different from Australia, the time zone, right? In Australia, it's actually a little earlier. Am I correct? Majid, thank you very much for your comment. I like it myself. Of course, it's gonna look really nice. And again, yesterday, I believe, just in my community tab, if you're not subscribed, by the way, to my channel, please subscribe. Just like it first. Don't forget to like it, subscribe, and hit that bell. Okay, hit that bell, notification bell, and go to my community tab on YouTube, and there's going to be some pictures, and I try to post uh, some of the pictures from my current project and so on right there. Wanda, thank you very much for your comment. 8:20 in Sydney. Okay, wonderful. So it is earlier. All right. Uh, Rossi, 5:22 in Western Australia. Wow, you are early. If you're from Australia, then it would be too early for you. But that's good. Yes, Majid, I didn't see you long time also. Like I said, I was super busy. Um, I had to teach and travel and catch on some of my work because I when I'm teaching, I'm feeling kind of behind. Okay, let me understand, Marcia. Wash hands as they type. It should have brought up an emoji. Hands rubbing each other. Looks like clapping hands. Oh, now I got it. I see. But for some reason, I see just wash hands. All right, got it. See, I'm, I guess, ancient. Don't know that stuff. And yes, I mean, don't forget to give me some laugh, okay? Some, you know, laugh and some likes, and I really trying to catch your laugh and likes. All right, just give me some of it, right? Um, okay, let me double check what is going on. And I do have a little hump I have to take care of, so which is should not be there. And I'll take probably just a flat tool, and I'll get rid of that hump. And that is against the grain, so better tool would be just probably a skew. Well, I don't want to mess up. That would be a big problem. And let me try to attack it from the right position. Okay, that is much better. Well, I still have a hump. And yes, sometimes it's impossible to see, but you can feel it with the finger. Steven, hello. Julie Green, hello, hello. Did you get my email, by the way? Members of my school are not even members. If you try to get notification from me, did you get my email? And let me know if you're getting my email in a spam box. I don't know what is going on. I'm not spamming anybody, so I'm not trying to sell anything, but Google sends some of my emails to junk, or spam box. Sergio, good to see you. Long time no see. Okay, how's your carving going? I hope everything is good. In the last email, you sounded a little frustrated just because of that pandemic, and you had to drop your school, art school. Okay, Clarissa, thank you very much. John is asking, what kind of wood are you carving? I am carving. It's actually the same question almost every live stream I'm getting. All right. Uh, Whenever I can, I I use lime wood. If you're in Europe, it's a lime wood. But if you're in United States, that would be basswood. If you're in Germany, that would be linden wood. All right. If you're in Russia, that would be lipa. That is one of the best woods actually to carve for the carving. And the reason why, it's not because it's a soft. It is kind of soft, but it's not the main reason. There's other woods also soft. But if you look at it, it doesn't have a grain. It does have a grain, but it's not visible. And that is good. You can just do any type of curvature. and it's still gonna look really, really nice. Sergio, so don't get frustrated, okay? Don't let frustration overtake you. And by the way, Sergio also, I believe Sergio is from day number one member of my school, like 3.5 years from day number one. And the Sergio is the first who is checking, what's new on the school site. And I believe he didn't miss any of the videos, over 2,000 videos. Well, it used to be that way anyway. He didn't miss. I don't know if now he missed or not, because he's also busy, and he is also carving Baroque style. And I really do appreciate you, Sergio, for being a member of my school, or member of whatever virtual apprenticeship, although you are a really good carver yourself. John, no problem. Absolutely no problem. All right. And again, let me check this plane. And yes, I need to sharpen this one. And for sharpening, what I'm going to do, I'll just take, like I mentioned yesterday in my yesterday's live stream. So that is the product I really like lately. It's one of my favorite right now for the stropping, for buffing. Okay, and that's mirror paste. That product is English or England made, but it's actually excellent product. And I'm using that just on a piece of leather. I found it works much better than any of other products, like for the stropping, like better than green paste, better than blue paste, better than yellow paste, red paste. It's actually much better. And it's made for the mirrors, I guess, since it's called mirror paste. All right. Cilia, yes, in Portuguese, absolutely. Cilia, not only Portuguese, it's actually uh, Latin word for the basswood. It's a Cilia wood. If you just Google in Wikipedia, like a basswood, American basswood, it's gonna show you, the name Cilia. But it's a little different, by the way. Yes, it is in a sense same, like European limewood and American basswood. But even in the United States, if you shop for the basswood, like Eastern basswood versus Western basswood, it's going to be a little different properties, different colors sometimes even. So what my goal is to make that ridge really sharp and nicely looking, all right? It's a really tricky area. I call it marriage line, when I have to change the position and attack that from opposite direction. All right, let me start developing those areas. So there's going to be some separation. I can probably shave it a little bit just to get the main shape. And only on the school site I'm gonna do the details. I'm not gonna do anything right here on YouTube. So if you're not part of my school, you're welcome to check this out. It's a schoolofwoodcarving.com. Okay, let me read one of the comments. Hi, Alexander. Do you like to talk about how I can use wood carving as a business in USA? I mean, what I have to do as a marketing and make it a full-time job. Well, I know you live in Atlanta, if I'm not mistaken, in Georgia. Okay. I mean, I can't tell you really good. I mean, I can't give you any good advice, all right, about wood carving business. First of all, yes, I do that full time, but my customers, it's not only USA. Pretty much, actually, the biggest customers, they from overseas, all right. If you're gonna concentrate just the USA customers, you're gonna lose. You're gonna lose. Couple things. What is the problem to find the customers in United States? And yes, I mean, I've got customers, and I had customers previously in United States, but mentality in United States is little different from rest of the world, uh, and it's not like something bad or something good. It's not that. Okay, don't get me wrong. Okay, but mentality right here, uh, get it done, get it quick, and get it cheap. Okay, so they would think long time before they buy, but then once they agree, they expect you to get it done really quickly. Okay, so and uh, a lot of people don't understand what it takes actually to do a hand carving. And I'm not judging by no way. I mean, I'm also living in the United States. That is my homeland. My children born right here, and so on. So, and I love with all of my heart, this country. But I'm not marketing anything pretty much, not even United States, not even anywhere. People actually find me on their own, uh, like big architects, big designers, and so on. They communicate with me, and I'm getting emails all the time. But you have to understand what kind of frustration you have to meet because wood carving is not common uh, trade anymore. Not too many people who's actually doing it full time. In a sense, it is dying. Trade or skill, I would say, and it could be a bad stuff. It could be a good stuff. Okay, so it all depends how you look at it. When I came to United States, one of the biggest frustrations I faced, I had one of the guys actually. He knew that I'm a wood carver, and when I came to United States, he doesn't know what it takes, and he said, "Well, nobody needs wood carving in the United States." Is what he said, and just because of that advice, I lost many years not carving. Well, I was carving, but not like full time. I had to do other businesses. I built homes. I did uh, some woodworking business, and uh, did some construction. A lot of people worked for me, and so on. And I think I wasted a lot of time. Not in a sense uh, wasted like I really regret. I still like to do the business, but it wasn't my passion. Okay, passion. All right. Um, and I don't know what to answer to you. I really don't market. But like I said, many people sending me emails pretty much daily. I get emails all the time, not only emails, but Facebook messages and people trying to get some stuff done, and it's hard sometimes to answer to those people. They asking, for something nice, but when I'm telling them a price, and they just saying for piece of wood, yeah, yeah, piece of wood, of course, but how much time did I invest, in this piece of wood? So it's a piece of art. Wood is just media I'm using. All right. Um, and I don't know. Like I said, I think you from Atlanta. Let me see if I didn't. Yes, you are. I think, but I can't give you advice. Just keep doing it. I think you already done it. I mean, you've done some work for White House. Am I correct? I think you've done some work for the White House or something like that, right? Добрый день, Денис. Привет и вам. Как у вас погода в Киеве? Ну, я, конечно, не бог резьбы, но спасибо большое. Southern California. 104. Wow, that is hot. It never gets hot that much in Florida. I mean, not hundreds, like 96, yes, 98 sometimes, but not over 100. Actually, I'm probably lying. Okay, I saw one time there was like 102, I believe, a few years ago, and dropped. Replay, greetings to you too. Yes, Ariana, of course I remember you. You're part of my school. How can I? You are part of my school. Am I correct, right? So, and I can't forget you. Even I have hundreds of people on my school side, but still, you are the one. But anyway, so like I said, the details of what I'm doing right now, I'm gonna show only to the members of my school. What I'm doing, I'm actually just creating an overall shape. Overall shape. Yes, Ariana. So you made the residential seal for the President George W. Bush. I remember that picture. I remember that picture you sent me. See, so you really don't need to do anything else. Just market those guys. Just remind them, hey, I already done some stuff for you. But my goal is someday just concentrate on school. That is my goal, okay? Because we're not getting younger, we're getting older, and that's not too many people who left who's doing wood carving, not as just a hobby. There's a lot of hobbyists, of course, but not too many people who can really carve for customers. So, and someone should show the way. you know it's not like I would say my way is the only way, but at least I can show the way I do some of the stuff, if you know what I mean. Saskatchewan, Canada. How cold it is. It's a really cold area. Saskatoon, right? Saskatchewan. I can't even understand why the region called Saskatchewan and the city called differently. I have a friend in your city. His name is Michael. He's a famous Haslek. So he's a famous wood turner. He lives right there. Michael Haslek. He's one of the most famous uh, wood turners. William Brown, good to see you. Uh, by the way, yes, Bill. So he is the owner of a school in the state of Maine, which I have. I'm gonna be teaching next year in 2021. All right. So Now, check that school out. That is one of the best areas, by the way. It's a, and that's a really good place, to spend some time and carving together. And check his school out. Bill, can you post, please, in the chat, the web address, URL, for people would see it. Sergio, thank you very much. Thank you very much. Are you, Sergio, are you right now in Holland or Belgium? I think you're right now in Belgium, right? In Kiev, the weather the last week was really great. I'm just trying to translate, what uh, Dennis from Kiev wrote. So it was 20 above, and it was in Celsius. That is good. But tomorrow it's gonna be already full time, and it's gonna be only 10 degrees Celsius, which is about 60 degrees or even less in Fahrenheit. Sergey, you in Holland, thank you very much for your answer. So you actually live in Holland, Sergey, but you travel to Belgium to learn, correct? To the school. Again, I'm checking with my hands just to check if there's any humps. Clarissa, do you have any plans to have an in-person workshop around Asheville, North Carolina? I love that area, by the way. I just actually was there in Asheville and also Maggie Valley. It's a really great area. And the Biltmore Estates is just gorgeous. I've got a bunch of pictures actually from Biltmore. I used to live in North Carolina. I used to live in Charlotte for 3 years in North Carolina. Uh, well, as of now, I'm not planning to do any classes in person in North Carolina, and I actually gonna probably do. I don't know how many classes I'm gonna do next year. I scheduled already few. One of them is gonna be Maine, state of Maine, and some of them like 3 or 4 classes, I believe, in Indianapolis. Uh, those classes already scheduled, and I didn't work on my calendar anymore. I don't know yet how busy am I gonna be, if I'm gonna be able or not to make to the schools, because every time when I go to school to teach, I'm taking, some time off my work, which in this case, this project I have to finish, and I have to finish it really soon. See what I'm after? I'm really after that sharp ridge, beautiful and sharp ridge. But on another hand, let me tell you something. Uh, I've got lots of emails requested. I mean, request if I would be able to teach one-on-one over Zoom. Okay, just some sessions over Zoom, and I sent emails some of you, and I've got almost half of people I sent, and I sent a big list. Okay, replied back they would be really interested in a Zoom, like one-on-one lessons, and I think I'm gonna do it. I'm ready. Okay, I'm ready. Bye, Sergio. Good night. Okay, have a good night and sleep well. But I've got, like I said, everything ready. I've got all the equipment to do those sessions like one-on-one. But it's I have to be really mindful how I gonna do it, because first of all, it's not gonna be for free. There's no reason for me to invest time right now, which I don't have too much, just to do something for free. And I'm not gonna do it like every day or many hours. Maybe I'm gonna just set aside like a day, one day a week, and maybe just only couple hours for those live sessions. And I've got the scheduling system ready, pretty much ready to go. For me, all it's gonna take is just one click of a button, and it's gonna be on my site on schoolofwoodcarving.com, and you can actually book yourself a session with me. Okay, and what I'm thinking, it would be about uh, like a uh, like a half an hour and maybe 45 minutes, all right, session. And you can schedule multiple sessions if you want to just go ahead and schedule ahead of a time and just book everything. So it's going to be multiple sessions, one person able to actually book. But I'm going to limit it to probably just like 1 month or 2 months duration, because I'm afraid if there's going to be too many bookings, so other people not going to be able to get. And I know what I'm talking about, because when I was teaching in Indianapolis, even last class this year, when those classes were available and posted on Mark Adams School, the classes were sold in 7 minutes this year. I didn't know that. Someone from school told me this year. It was sold like this year in 7 minutes. So really, I want to be fair to everyone. But on another hand, I'm looking forward to the idea, right? To the idea to have like uh, over Zoom, like one-on-one session, and that way I can actually address, you know, whatever you need, or your needs, I should say, whatever you need in your wood carving and so on. And we can talk about the design, different approaches, different styles, some techniques. Maybe you have some areas you struggle, and I maybe I'll be able to help you. Let me know in a chat or in the comments if you're gonna watch that later, if you like that idea. All right, and if you didn't give me a like yet or love, so just now is the time to like that stream and give me some love, and maybe you know some likes, and subscribe. Don't forget to subscribe if you're not subscribed. Only if you like it, okay? If you don't like it, you don't have to hit that button, don't like, okay? Really don't need to spoil my day. So it's not going to affect me anyway. So, but you really don't have to show that to me, right? And I hope you like today's session. So now, if you want to see this, project, uh, like a step by step, how I do it, you know, whatever, you know, the how I do the leaning fold, not fold, but the drop, leaning drop, you know, some acanthuses, which you don't see in this case, but there are some are right on the bottom, you know, you don't see right here, or even a big piece, just check my site, okay? Check my site. Uh, Clarissa, yes, I am. Okay, I'm still thinking about uh, the pricing. Okay, I want to be fair not only to you but also to my family. Okay, so which means if I'm investing some time in some of the stuff, so it has to bring me some income, all right? Which means if I'm gonna invest that in a Zoom meeting, I have to spend a lot less time on a real wood carving, like on a project carving and so on.